You've bought yourself a shiny new electric car. Good for you. You're feeling all smug, saving the planet. Then reality hits. You live in a flat, no driveway. Where are you going to charge it? Don't panic, you're not alone. Millions face this. London, Birmingham, Manchester, all concrete jungles. But fear not, there are solutions. Curbside charging, lamppost power-ups, and government schemes. So grab a cuppa and let's navigate EV charging in the city. Now, you might be thinking, surely I'm not the only one wrestling with this charging conundrum. Well, my friend, you'd be right. Statistics show that 40% of UK households don't have off-street parking. That's nearly half the country facing the same charging challenge. And it's only going to get trickier as more people switch to electric. The government wants to ban new petrol and diesel cars by 2030. This has sparked a wave of ingenious solutions, making EV charging more accessible. One of the most promising solutions is curbside charging. And no, I'm not talking about tapping into your neighbour's outdoor lighting circuit, though I've had my moments of temptation. Companies like Connected Kerb EV and Char.gui are leading the charge, quite literally, by transforming our pavements into EV charging havens. Picture this, you pull up to the curb, just like you normally would, and lo and behold, there's a charging point right there. Plug in, lock up, and Bob's your uncle, your car juices up while you go about your business. These clever systems often integrate with existing infrastructure, minimizing street clutter, because nobody wants to trip over a charging cable on their way to the chippy. Plus, they can be controlled and paid for via your smartphone, making the whole process as seamless as Lewis Hamilton on a hot lap. Speaking of ingenious integration, let's shed some light on another bright idea, lamppost chargers. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of just illuminating our streets, these multitasking marvels double up as EV charging points. Companies like Ubitricity, those crafty devils again, are at the forefront of this technology. They've cleverly designed charging points that fit snugly within existing lampposts. No need to dig up the pavement or install unsightly bollards. This approach is particularly handy in residential areas where driveways are as rare as hen's teeth. It's like having your own personal charging point without the hassle of rewiring your entire house. Plus, imagine the bragging rights at the pub. Oh, I just plug mine into the lamppost. What's that? You have to park 3 streets away? The cost of convenience, charging costs, compared. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the cost. Charging at home is usually the cheapest option, but that's no use if you're playing parking roulette every night. Public charging stations can be pricey. Curbside charging is somewhere in between. Prices vary depending on the provider and the time of day. Green energy tariffs. Charging your car with a clear conscience. Now, while we're on the subject of cost, let's not forget about the environmental impact. After all, one of the main perks of going electric is reducing your carbon footprint, right?
But what if I told you that you could charge your car with 100% renewable energy? That's where green energy tariffs come in. A growing number of energy providers now offer tariffs that source their electricity from renewable sources like wind, solar, and hydropower. It's like giving your car an extra dose of eco-friendliness.
So, not only can you cruise around town feeling smug about your silent, emission-free chariot, but you can also rest assured that you're charging it up with Mother Nature's finest. Government to the rescue initiatives for a greener future. Now you might be wondering where the government fits into all of this. Well, they're not just sitting around with their feet up, sipping tea and watching the world go by. They've actually launched several initiatives to make EV charging more accessible, especially for us urban dwellers.
One such initiative is the On-Street Residential Charge Point Scheme. This scheme provides funding for local authorities to install charging points in residential streets, particularly in areas with limited off-street parking. It's a bit like the government giving your local council a nudge and a wink saying, look, we need to get this EV charging infrastructure sorted and we need your help. And to be fair to them, many councils are stepping up to the challenge.
A bright future for urban EV drivers. So, there you have it. A whirlwind tour of the exciting world of EV charging for city dwellers. It's a rapidly evolving landscape, but one thing's for sure, the future is electric. As more and more people make the switch to electric, we can expect to see even more innovative charging solutions popping up. We're talking wireless charging, pop-up chargers, and maybe even charging points that deliver you a cuppa while you wait. Who knows what those clever engineers will come up with next. Driving into the sunset of range anxiety. The point is, the days of range anxiety are numbered. Whether you've got a driveway the size of a football pitch or you're battling for parking space in a crowded city centre, there's a charging solution out there for you. So, go forth, embrace the electric revolution, and rest assured that you'll be able to charge your car without breaking a sweat or the bank. And who knows, you might even inspire your neighbours to make the switch. Just imagine a whole street of electric cars all quietly charging away like a scene from a futuristic utopia. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to invent a solar-powered kettle. A chap's got to have his tea, hasn't he?